beware of the big green dragon that sits on your doorstep. Eats little boys, puppy dog tails, big fat snails. Beware, take care. Wait! Pull the string! Pull the string!
Hello everybody, and welcome back to another YoJoeJerk toy review. I'm your host, Dale Cooper. Today, we'll be looking at the Indiana Jones Adventure Series, Wave 1. Here on the side, we get all the portraits of each character, scene-specific art down here, the familiar Indiana Jones logo. On this side, we get all the characters in each piece of the arc that they contain. Here's a quick shot of the front of each box. On the back of the packages, we get the same renders as the front. Height with accessories included. Dirty, evil, little monkey. Here we have Sala, Arnold, and Belloc. Once again, for plastic-free packaging, I actually like these boxes. More what looks like digital renders. Nice little portraits here and here. Alright, so we're gonna unbox this Indy. So I lost my good box cutting knife, and today we will be using the extra dangerous tetanus shot razor. Look at that bad boy. I can feel the tetanus oozing off this one. Alright, let's get into this guy. Cut, pop, and the cardboard dungeon. Here we get the fancy instructions on how to build your arc if you got all the characters. Back here, there's nothing going on. We got a little empanada bag here. And if we flip this over, we have another adventure empanada bag right here. Now the paper's pretty fun. It's a little adventure map for your adventure egg rolls. And let's get Dr. Jones out of here. Let's get his head straight. Take a quick look at him. Let's open up his little fun bag. So instead of unboxing all these figures and torturing you for minutes on end, I have unboxed everyone, and we're going to go over everyone really quick. First up, we have Sala, and I gotta tell you people, I am not impressed. This looks like a Star Wars Black Series figure from 2015. It does not look like it has any photoreal on it. The likeness is there, but I think it just didn't get there without the photoreal. The rest of the figure, though, does have quite a bit of paint on it for a Hasbro product. I see light dry brushing up and down the arms. We also have more dry brushing on the front here. Up here, his vest is a different color than the rest of his robes. Up here on the head, we also have some of that light dry brushing. It's really good. It's just a shame they didn't do the photoreal to this face. It's really odd that they didn't. This figure's what you'd come to expect. It is very much assembled and made and feels like a Star Wars Black Series figure. So you get the ratcheted elbow here, and it goes up and down. His wrists do spin. Down here under the robe, he does have a thigh cut and knee articulation. And down here at the boot cut, it does twist. Up here, same thing. The knee does twist any way you need it. Does bend. We get side-to-side motion. Get up and down on the foot. A little stiff. Next up, we have Marion. Now, they definitely nailed the likeness on her, and this does look like photoreal tech on the eyes to me. The closer we get in, you can even see that they did her freckles. Like, this is such a good likeness. And also, the detailing on her shirt is ridiculous. Like, this print pattern is so clean and so small. And that wraps around her arm as well. There's nothing going on in the back, but a lot of sculpting on the back of the shirt. Pants come down to a nice little seam. She's got a nice little hiney. The pants are sculpted really well. Looks like we have a ball down here with a little bit of tilt and up and down. At the knee, we have that weird Star Wars Black Series joint that twists all the way around and does bend back. So you can bend her knee very well. Up here, she's got a swivel thigh cut, so the leg does move no problem. Up here, her leg kicks out no problem. Kicks out forward no problem. Her arms, same deal, move really well. Here you have a tiny little pivot point on her wrist. Her hand does spin and does have articulation back and forth. Her left hand spins as well and has the up and down motion. Ball at her waist. Let's go over her accessories. And I gotta tell you, this figure is already starting to make me like this wave a whole lot more. So she comes with the damn dirty little monkey. And Evil Monkey is detailed pretty well for how tiny he is. He has his little jacket with the gold stripes. His arms do articulate back and forth. Nothing for the bottom half. His head does move around. The tail also moves. It looks like it's on a little socket joint, so it gets lots of range. And over here we have the frying pan. Standard little pan, so Marion can hit her enemies with. Over here she also comes with a front and a side plate for the arc. First side plate, and here's the back plate. Up next we have Belloc. Eyes are the photo real. And I'll tell you what, this really does look like the actor. Lots of paint going on here, down to his little Vader chest plate. Up here in the little headdress. Lots of paint, lots of detail. This might look like a boring figure, but there is a crap load of detail back here. Got the wrap. Up here on the shoulders, the gold. And this texturing is just awesome. And the paint just does not miss. Down here on the sash, more paint. The sculpted detail of the little flowers. Back up here with the scarf wrap around his waist. This thing has more paint than 10 Marvel Legends. Pretty impressive. Now, he's got the same kind of articulation as the rest of them. I'm not going to bore you and go over it. But over here, we get Belloc's ceremony staff from the end of the movie. Has lots of goat heads and fire and snakes down to the grip. Over here, he comes with the carrying poles for the arc. These are the two that go on the side. And then these will port in. Next up, we have Arnold Thoth. The likeness looks pretty good. The glasses are pretty chunky, and I gotta tell you, considering that the G.I. Joe classified team pretty much nailed glasses, they should have got it by now. But I like it. It looks like the actor enough for me. One thing I do see that I don't like immediately is look at that neck joint. Oh, look at that. Look at that silly ass gappage I got there. His neck's visible through the plastic. Now I get why they're doing this, so they could reuse this body a million times and just change the neck and the tie. But come on, glue it down. So let me push that down because that's going to drive me nuts forever. I mean, at least once it's in position, it doesn't look horrible. But once you see it, you can't unsee it. So moving on, the suit is sculpted very well. There isn't much paint going on because it's not needed. Same articulation as the others. All right, let's check out his accessories. First up is the hat. I got some kind of paint rub on there. I'm going to have to probably use some alcohol. Looks like a standard fedora. Looks really good. We'll try it on the figure. And see, that starts to complete his evil look. Over here, we have his burnt hand. You could see the little burn print from the headpiece to the staff of Ra. Let's pop that in his hand. That comes right out. Other hand ports in really well. And let's get him waving to everybody. Hello. I have a Bernie hand. Next up, we have the Melty face. And this is the little star of the show. I think they did an awesome job. His eyes are like rolled back up in his head. There's blood everywhere. And for some reason, his face is running white paint. But who cares? That's horrific. And even though the glasses look wonky, I don't care because I have a little melty face. And here he is with melty face on. He looks awesome. I shouldn't have looked into the ark. I shouldn't have looked into the ark. Try the hat on the melty face just for fun. And we have the trench coat, which looks great. The level of detail in there is just crazy. This thing looks amazing. So let's throw that on our boy over here. And I'll tell you what, he looks 100% complete now to me. Here we have the arc pieces. He comes with the side wall and the back wall. These are exactly the same pieces that came with Marion. And here we go, people. The one we've all been waiting for. The one I've been hiding the entire time. Dr. Jones himself. Now let me move this arm down so we could get a good look at this guy. Off the bat, he does have photoreal tech. At the right angle, he looks spot on, but in general, I think the paint just needs a little bit of work. And considering many of us have been waiting for a 6-inch Indiana Jones line, I could deal with it. It's not perfect, but this is a good start. So we'll get in close and start at his feet. He does have his little shoes, standard pants. He has the up and down and side to side articulation with knee articulation. He also has a cut at the upper thigh. Over here, he's got a belt that holds his gun. He has a whip loop that looks like it ports into his belt. He has a side bag attached under his coat that is painted. The jacket itself has lots of dry brushing that really bring out the detail excellently in this figure. Got it up and down the arm, all around the front of the jacket. The top of the hat is also dry brushed. It's a little sloppy on mine, but it looks good. We'll get a little closer in at the face so you guys can take a look. I think it's not bad for the first one out of the gate. I would have liked to have a removable hat, but like I said, this is Hasbro. We're going to end up buying like 50 of these Indiana Jones until we get the perfect one. Or it'll get canceled because the new movie will be terrible. All right, let's go over his accessories. He comes with this tiny little pistol, lots of detail, no paint. Over here he comes with a wound up whip, sculpted really well, no paint or anything. It's meant to fit on the belt loop. Over here he comes with 2 pairs of fisted hands. Right here he comes with a loose hand, and over here he comes with a whip holding hand. Right here we have the idol. This is a little perfect copy of the idol. Nice gold paint. Back here, he also gets a whip, which I'm going to have to heat up because it's all wonky. And then the last 2 pieces he comes with are the angels on the top of the ark, sculpted really nice in that gold plastic. Indy comes equipped with the idol holding hand. It's meant to look like this, but I cannot find the sweet spot for him to actually hold it without it falling out. He also comes preloaded with the pistol grip hand. The pistol does fit in his hand perfectly. Here's the whip holding hand. Here he is with the whip. I'm going to hit this thing with a hairdryer in a couple minutes to straighten it out. Here's Indy with his fisted hands. I plan on painting these the color of the gloves, so he'll be as close to the Raiders Indy as possible. Here's the relaxed left hand. Here he is with the whip hand. And I used hot and cold water just to straighten the whip out, and it worked really well. Now, he does have a holder for his whip. And no matter what I've done or tried, it does not work. But I will show you the basic premise. You take the spooled up whip, put it right there, And then it's supposed to plug in here and hold the whip. But no matter what I try, it does not work. But in theory, it's supposed to hold it. Mine just kind of does that every time. Over here on the secondary belt, which does move back and forth. I like that. The gun holster does pop open, and you can put the gun in there. I'm not going to do it. And the articulation is the same on all figures. His head does have a lot of movement, and the hat is not removable. All right, let's build this arc. First, we're going to take the 2 side plates. Then we are going to grab one of the back plates. And you flip it over, and you see these 2 grooves. Basically, you just line them up. And they just pop right in. Same thing on this side. It just pops right in. And there you go. So here comes the fun part. We're going to put that down. Going to grab one of the fancy middle poles. And one of our little stakers right here. We're going to grab one of these guys. So you want to line it up, take the end of the stake, and just push it together. And then you're going to do the same on both sides. And when you're finished, it should look like this on both sides. Now we're going to take our top and our bottom piece, and we're going to pull them apart. And on this piece, you're going to notice little pegs right there. They port into these little holes on the bottom. Just line them up. And just lightly clip them in. Gonna grab our bowing angels there. They just port right into the top. And number 2 angel. Right in. And there we have the lid. And now you just put the lid right on top. And now we have our arc. Look at that. Very nicely detailed. Probably one of the funnest build-a-pieces you could think of for this line. I love it. So, at the end of the day, these are not perfect, but they are an excellent start to this line. It's just a bummer some of them have little cop-outs here or there, but all in all, they're fantastic. I am super happy with them. I recommend them to you. And the Build-A-Piece thing makes it even better. And that's all I got this time, people. I'd like to thank you for stopping by, and I'll catch you on the next review. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.